And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Ever played in the snow? Let's see how it goes.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Now Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Packers defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because, guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they get him down shy of the 20. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go. Yellow, black, set.
Working out of the gun. Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Red, cycle. Here we go. Here we go. Blue, 32. Hut, hut.
Now Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Packers at 13-2 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Our first carry for the all-pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard
Ball
line.
red. Ready, ready. Spike, 52 blue.
Love now. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, to spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Blue striker. 45, ready.
Love to throw for it on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Black rail, yellow, light blue, green jack. Steal, check, steal. Hey, red. Ready?
Love looking to throw it. Looking deep here for Dobbs. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
You look at this Packers defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
So many offenses want to improve their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
60 red. Red, cycle. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Drill green. Let's go. Red, 38. Claws red. Hut.
Throwing. Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27.
At the 27-yard
Blue,
line.
32. White. Steel, black. Set.
To throw now. Here's Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
There. Ready?
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
White, blue. 52, blue. Hut.
Going back to Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
180.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Goff. He'll try and do this himself. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 receptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Second and 7. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Goff now looks to throw. A desperation heave for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jamison Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Black 40. Set.
Final play of the half. Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Off play action. Here's Goff. That's complete left side to Bateman. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jamison Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Luke now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score. Ravens 24. Packers nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Black Ultra.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ready.
Love, they go play action now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Malachi Starks.
Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me. And I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly. But the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot. Well, nothing short of nasty.